was the heart of Heartland. His death changed everything. But now, whispers are growing louder. Could Ty Borden really be back? Ty Borden wasn't just a character on Heartland. For so many fans, he was the reason they kept coming back season after season. From the moment we first saw him as a troubled teen working off his sentence at Heartland Ranch, Ty quickly became more than just Amy's love interest. He became family, not just to the characters but to all of us watching. His journey from a broken boy to a loving husband and father inspired millions. He had that quiet strength, that soft heart under a rough exterior, and that deep loyalty that made people believe in second chances. Over 13 seasons, we saw Ty grow. He fought to become a vet. He risked his life more than once, whether it was saving horses or going overseas. He married Amy in a moment that fans had waited years for. And when their daughter Lyndy was born, it felt like their love had come full circle. That was the Ty Borden we knew, the man who never gave up, no matter how hard life hit him. And life hit him hard, but what none of us were ready for was when the show hit us back. Season 14 opened with the biggest shock in Heartland history, Ty's death. It was sudden, it was brutal, and for many fans, it felt wrong. Not just because we didn't see it coming, but because it felt like something was left unfinished. Ty had survived so much before. Why now? Why like that? Watching Amy break down. Watching Jack try to hold the family together. Watching Lyndy grow up without her dad. It all hurt because it wasn't just their grief, it was ours. People cried. Some stopped watching. Others hoped it was just a dream, or that he would somehow return in flashbacks. But time went on. The show moved forward, and slowly, so did we. Still, something never felt final. There were no goodbyes, no real closure. And now, with season 19 on the horizon, that feeling has come back stronger than ever. Strange rumors have begun to spread, set photos that don't add up, cast interviews where they dance around questions, and most importantly, one question that just won't die: what if Ty didn't? In this trailer breakdown, we'll explore everything. The past, the signs, the clues, and the possibility. However impossible it may seem, that Ty Borden could return. Whether in dreams, visions, or something even bigger. Because in the world of Heartland, love never really dies. And maybe, just maybe, neither do the ones we've lost. Heartland has always been a show that feels grounded in real life. There are no superheroes, no magic, just people, family, and horses. So when Ty Borden died in season 14 from a blood clot, it felt final, clean, painful, but final. And yet, in the years since, fans haven't stopped watching closely. And now strange things are starting to happen, things that have sparked real questions about whether we've seen the last of Ty after all. Let's start with the set photos. A few weeks before production wrapped for season 19, behind the scenes, pictures were leaked online. At first, nothing seemed unusual. Amy, Lou, Jack, everyone looked like they belonged there. But then, one blurry photo caught attention. A man in a dark coat walking beside Amber Marshall during what looked like an emotional scene. His face was turned away from the camera, his build strangely similar to Graham Wardle's. Fans zoomed in, speculated, argued. Was it Ty? Was it just a crew member? Heartland's team stayed quiet. No confirmations, no denials, just silent switch. Of course, only made the rumors grow louder. Then came the interviews. When asked about season 19, Amber Marshall gave a very cautious answer. She said, "This season brings some emotional surprises, things fans won't expect. That's not unusual." But then Michelle Morgan, who plays Lou, was asked directly if Ty might be mentioned in the new season. Her answer, a long pause, followed by a smile, and then, "You'll have to watch and see." Some stories never really end. That's when fans really started buzzing. Asterisk YouTube videos, Reddit threads, and fan pages exploded with new theories. Some people think it's just a dream sequence, maybe Amy imagining Ty one more time. Others believe it could be a hallucination triggered by something emotional or spiritual. But the boldest theory, that Ty never actually died. That somehow, off-screen, something happened, maybe even something he agreed to for the safety of his family, and now, after all this time, he's coming home. Asterisk, is that too far-fetched for a show like Heartland? Maybe, but let's not forget, TV shows have brought characters back from worse. Fans have pointed out that Ty's actual death was oddly quiet. There was no hospital scene, no funeral with his face shown. Just Jack and Amy grieving and a vague explanation that he died from complications after being shot. Could the writers have left the door open on purpose? Could Graham Wardle have changed his mind about leaving the show? Asterisk, we also can't ignore the official teaser footage brief clips that show Amy waking up at night, walking toward the barn, and stopping in shock as someone steps out of the shadows. The figure is too far away to see. The clip cuts to black. But the message is clear. Someone is coming back. Someone Amy never thought she'd see again. Asterisk, now let's take a moment and ask, if you were a writer for Heartland and you wanted to bring back Ty without ruining the story, how would you do it? Would you bring him back fully as a surprise twist at the end of episode 1? Or just in Amy's mind, giving her and us one last chance to say goodbye? Asterisk, whatever the truth is, it's clear that season 19 isn't just another chapter. It might be the chapter we've been waiting for since Ty left. And whether it's real, imagined, or something in between, the possibility of his return is more alive than ever. Asterisk, for so many people, Heartland isn't just a show. It's a place they go to feel something real, a place where family, healing, and love are stronger than anything life throws at you. And for years, Ty Borden was the center of that feeling. When he died, it wasn't just a plot twist, it was a wound, a deep one. People didn't just watch Amy grieve, they grieved with her. And now, the thought of Ty coming back is stirring something powerful: hope, curiosity, even fear. What would it mean if the man everyone thought was gone wasn't? Asterisk, let's talk about Amy first. Her story for the past 5 seasons has been all about loss. How do you move on when the love of your life disappears in an instant? We've seen her trying. She's been strong for Lyndy. She's gone back to training horses. But deep down, a part of her has never fully healed. There's always been a weight behind her eyes, and fans have noticed. Now, if Ty comes back, in any form, it reopens that wound in a way that could also lead to healing. It could give her, and all of us, the closure that was missing when he died so suddenly. Imagine the moment she sees him. Imagine the emotion in her face, the disbelief, the hope, the heartbreak. Asterisk, and it's not just Amy. Jack raised Ty like a son. Losing him was like losing a piece of his soul. For someone as tough and quiet as Jack, the pain ran deep and unspoken. What would it mean for Jack to see Ty again? Even for a moment, would it be relief, anger, tears? It's impossible to imagine without getting chills. Then there's Lou, who always tried to keep the family together, and Georgie, who saw Ty as a role model. Even Lisa, Tim, and Caleb would be shaken. Ty was family to every person on that ranch. His return wouldn't just affect Amy, it would change the entire Heartland dynamic. Asterisk, and what about us, the fans, the people who stuck with the show even when it hurt? Ever since that episode in season 14, the Heartland community has been divided. Some accepted Ty's death, others rejected it completely. Many stopped watching, saying Heartland isn't Heartland without Ty. But over time, most of us kept hoping. Not for some big twist or magic comeback, but for something meaningful. A sign that the story wasn't over. That the love between Amy and Ty, the thing that started this entire journey, could still live on in some way. You only have to scroll through social media to feel how much he's missed. Thousands of fans from all over the world still post edits, quotes, and clips of Ty and Amy's best moments. That one dance in the snow, the wedding, the birth of Lyndy, the way he looked at her, even after all those years. Their story wasn't flashy, it was real, and that's what made it powerful. That's what made it last. So now, when rumors start pointing to a return, even a small one, fans don't just get excited, they feel vindicated. Like maybe the writers do understand what Ty meant to the world. Like maybe we weren't crazy to believe that some love stories never really end. But of course, there's also fear. What if this is just a tease? What if it's a dream or a vision or a goodbye scene that hurts even more than the first? Are we ready for that kind of pain again? Are we ready to lose him twice? The truth is, even if Ty's return is brief, it matters. It's about the emotional full circle. Giving Amy and all of us a chance to feel again, to say what was never said, to cry, to remember, and maybe to let go finally. Because in the end, Heartland has always been about healing, about love after loss, and maybe, just maybe, about how no one is ever really gone if we keep them close in our hearts. The trailer is short, just over a minute, but in that 1 minute, everything changes. It begins the way many Heartland trailers do. Wide shots of the ranch, Lyndy running across the field, Amy standing in front of the barn, eyes filled with something you can't quite name. But then the music shifts, it slows down, grows deeper. There's a shot of Jack looking over his shoulder with a strange expression. Then a flash, something dark moving behind the fence. Then Amy again, standing still, frozen, and finally, the barn door creaks open. We don't see a face. We only see a shape, a tall figure stepping out of the shadows. Amy's breath catches, her lips part, and then the screen fades to black. Right as the voiceover says, some stories never end. That's it. Just one figure, one reaction, no names, no confirmations. But to anyone who's watched Heartland from the beginning, that silhouette looks familiar, that stillness, that build. The way Amy reacts like she's seen a ghost, fans have slowed it down, analyzed it frame by frame. Could it be Graham Wardle? Could it be Ty Borden? Could it be the moment we've been waiting for, the moment where everything we thought we knew gets turned upside down? Here's what we know for sure. The first episode of Heartland Season 19 is being called one of the most emotional in the show's history. Cast members have said the table read left everyone in tears. Crew members have teased that longtime fans are going to be shocked and moved. And the writers, they've stayed completely silent. No spoilers, no sneak peeks, which, let's be honest, only makes this all the more intense. So what can we expect from episode 1? We can expect a return to roots, the ranch, the bond between Amy and Lyndy, the unbreakable strength of family. We can expect beautiful cinematography, sweeping horse scenes, and quiet emotional moments. But above all, we can expect answers, maybe not all at once, but enough to set the stage for something big. Something that's been building not just for one season, but for 5. If the figure in the shadows is Ty, even just a version of him in memory or spirit, it could reshape the emotional arc of the entire season. Maybe he shows up in Amy's dream, guiding her through a difficult choice. Maybe it's a flashback we've never seen before, a private moment that brings us all closure. Or maybe it's more than that. Maybe the writers are preparing to rewrite the ending. Maybe Ty didn't die the way we thought he did. Maybe he's been away, hiding for reasons we haven't been told yet. Maybe this is his story too, one last chapter that connects every thread of the Heartland legacy. Whatever it is, one thing's for sure, fans will be watching closely. Every line, Every look, every second of that first episode will be dissected, rewatched, and felt in the deepest parts of the audience's hearts. Because Heartland isn't just about horses. It's about healing, and Ty Borden, whether alive, in memory, or somewhere in between, has always been part of that healing. His return, even in silence, could speak louder than words. So now the question isn't just is he coming back? The real question is, are we ready for him too? Ty Borden may have left Heartland, but he never left our hearts. Asterisk, he was more than a character. He was a symbol of growth, of redemption, of the kind of love that survives even death. Whether he's truly returning, or whether this is a final tribute crafted with care by the writers, one thing is clear. Ty still matters. To Amy, to Jack, to Lyndy, and to every fan who's ever watched this show with tears in their eyes. Asterisk as we step into Season 19, Episode 1, it feels like we're entering sacred ground. The beginning of a season that might just bring us full circle. The weight of everything Ty gave to Heartland is still there. In every corner of the ranch, in every silent glance between the characters, in the sound of Lyndy laughing, in Amy's quiet strength, asterisk in even if it's just for a moment, a single frame, a flash of memory, or one line whispered in the wind. Ty's return will remind us all why we fell in love with Heartland in the first place, not because it was perfect, but because it was real, raw, honest. It never rushed the pain, and it never ignored the beauty that came after it. Asterisk, so here's what you need to know. Season 19 isn't just the next chapter. It's the chapter that could change everything. Asterisk, will Ty return in full, alive and breathing? Asterisk, will he be a memory Amy finally makes peace with? Asterisk, or will he be something in between, a guiding presence that leads her toward her next step? Asterisk, we don't know yet, but we do know this. Asterisk, Heartland has always honored its fans. Every time someone watches an old clip, every time they light up seeing Amy smile again, every time someone whispers, I miss Ty, the story grows stronger. And now it feels like that story is about to reach its most emotional moment. Yet, asterisk, so get ready, because when the screen fades in, when Amy opens that barn door, and when that shadow steps forward, everything we thought we knew about Heartland may change forever. Asterisk.